For this third video case, we present the conclusion for the ethical dilemma related to the process of selecting where to place a new business. We also discuss about the best way to select the location of the new business.
After discussing each of the questions, I'm going to talk about the ethical dilemma. And while answering what's the ethical, legal, and economic implications of such location bidding wars, that who pays for such giveaways, and that local citizens allowed to vote on offers made by their cities, countries, or states, should there be limits on these incentives that I just mentioned? Well, the answer is really basic and logic, we think, because by discussing what are the mutual answers of each of us in the project and in the assignment, um, we got to the conclusion that the implications begin with investment, no? Because the investment has to create more wealth to the location or to the region. So it has to include the country as well for its richness and also the citizens of it because they're the ones that are laboring over there. So in general, the government attracts investors by offering incentives to the companies to stay in those locations and in order to create jobs so local people can get well-paying jobs and boom the economy. But also there are locations that need more investment, uh, but they have also to protect themselves with regulations, um, because the truth is that the majority of foreign companies is that go into a country or to a certain location, they bring a cheaper workforce from abroad, and they locate them in low taxation places. So there is not the 100% of job openings for the people that live over there. So the people, we think, as conclusion, we think that people should be able to vote and to decide what companies enter and which ones don't enter, because also if they have the choice to decide which companies are going to enter, they also know the consequences. So there is not that big issue in order for the future responsibilities of people to have a good labor force and to make some complaints about the job implications and the legislations about them and the metrics, because they're the ones also that are voting and deciding. So if the country unites as one and they decide which is the best option in order for their country to accept a company, then they are accepting the same risks and they are also being part of.
Okay, in the first question, we were asked to rank four Mexican cities using the Hard Rock Cafe table, which they use to rank cities and for the bets for their next hotel or restaurant. And well, we live in Querétaro and we choose Mexico City, Monterrey, and Guadalajara. The weights and the factors to consider are easy access with a 15%, parking facilities with a 20%, display area with a 18%, the shopper traffic with a 21%, a neighborhood wealth with a 16%, and neighborhood safety with a 10%. We did the math and the scores were for Querétaro 86.72, for Mexico City is 81.1, and for Monterrey is 87.11. And with the best score, we have Guadalajara with an 89%, 89.7. Well, according to the results that our table throw at us, tells us that Guadalajara is the best city and the most suitable for our project. And well, in this table, Guadalajara was the highest ranked city, and that's it.
For question, what could be your recommendation for Hard Rock decision makers? Do you recommend any other factor to be added to the analysis? Why or why not? Well, our recommendation is that factors such as consumer culture, because not all locations have the same customers. Another one is competence in the area is another very important fact because in the prospect place it might be saturated with other restaurants. And finally, we could recommend licensing and regulations because sometimes the state doesn't give this and they couldn't establish their business there.
So how can we define the location for the new suppliers for the Hard Rock? And also, if I think that the suppliers are an important factor, is it really simple? I think so, because the suppliers are like the soul of the company. Maybe not also all the soul, but are a key factor that makes the company works the better way, because we have to have really nearest, or I don't know, really close suppliers and reliable suppliers to have fresh ingredients and also that fulfill all the quality standards. I think that we make the soul of the company, but the suppliers are the things that make it real.